Testing, testing. Hi everyone, let's address an elephant, okay? A big fat elephant in my room right now is this weird freaking tan line that I've got going on. Let me explain. But also, hi guys, my name is Hannah. You're watching an episode of, I guess we're calling it Hannah's World. I guess I feel cringe putting names on anything. My name's Hannah. I'm glad you're here if you've never seen me before. Anyways, I've got this weird ass tan line. We've been going to college football games. We have season tickets. The first game was at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This portion of my forehead got sunburnt, okay? I've been wearing my hair down, but I'm probably like this sweating, watching the game. I didn't have a hat. I didn't have sunglasses the first game. Sunburn. I did put on a little bit of sunscreen, still got burnt because you can't bring shit into a football stadium. I don't have a clear purse. What am I gonna do? Carry a Ziploc bag around? So I don't have a clear purse yet, therefore cannot reapply sunscreen at any point during a game. Games are like 4 hours long, so I got sunburnt, okay? It was kind of weird, but it was just like right here. Fast forward to the next weekend, last Saturday, we had another football game. We beat Arkansas. And it was a really exciting game. Went into overtime. This time it was a 11 o'clock game. So the sun was a little bit higher in the sky on this side, okay? Beautiful day, but still got sunburnt. Also wore sunscreen, still got sunburnt, okay? Yet again, did not have a clear purse, could not reapply. Therefore, I have a weird tan. Well, I got like kind of burnt and tan all the way around forehead. I tried to cover it up with makeup today and blend it in. It looks like I have a bronzer line that I didn't blend into my hairline, but like truly, I just got burnt and I can't, and I don't know what to do now. Just stuck with it. I'm just gonna have to learn to live with it. And like, I think it's because I was wearing my hair just down, like no headband, no nothing, just like down. So whenever I push my hair back, you can see where my hair was laying versus where it wasn't. Anyways, I had to just say that because like I'm kind of self-conscious of it, but I'm learning to live with it and I'm hoping that it fades every day a little bit more. Anyways, besides that, football games have been very fun. I've been enjoying them. We went into double overtime, so it was like a really long game last game. It's just like fun to be in a football environment, and it's just like, especially like living in a new town and not really having any friends here. I mean, I have seen my friends, which is awesome the last couple of weeks, but like being here, don't have friends here, honestly. So being at a football stadium, rooting for your team, you really feel like you're a part of a community. You really just feel like you're a part of something bigger than yourself. So that's been really fun, and it's been a fun way to spend our Saturdays cheering on our team, hanging out with our friends. Also very exhausting, also very sweaty. It is now September. We have entered the Burr months, as social media would say. Therefore, there's a little chill in the sky, and I have already talked about this, but like it's so nice once like, oh my gosh, 70 degrees in the morning like the other day. It just felt completely different. It rejuvenated me. It made me feel like it's gonna be okay. I just truly feel like we are on to a bigger, brighter mood. I think summer was weighing me down. The heat was melting me. And now that the leaves are falling, it's getting a little spooky. We're looking forward to fall. I'm just happier. Also, I'm an October baby, so like I think that has something to do with it. It's just like this is my time of the year. I mean, I have a good feeling about this time of the year every time because I just have happy memories, I guess. So yeah, before we move on to fall, I kind of wanted to look back on the summer. I wanted to just kind of wrap up summer. Let's just say goodbye to it, you know, let's move on, but let's also reminisce on the times that we had, shall we? The first thing I wanted to talk about was vacations. So if you're new to my channel, you haven't seen anything before, I just moved from Maine to Oklahoma. I'm sure anyone that has been watching my videos, you're sick of hearing me talk about this, okay? Sick of it. I'm also sick talking about it because I've had to tell every single person it a million times, okay? I feel like a salesman over here being like, yes, just moved back from Maine. Yes, I am happy to be here. It's just a part of it, unfortunately. So my first kind of topic is vacations, and I didn't get to really go on a fun vacation this year. That being said, I traveled across the country. So like in a way it was kind of a vacation because it was an adventure, it was a road trip, and I got to see and do a lot of cool things. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link a video where I did talk about it. I'm sick of talking about it, so you can go back and watch a video, okay? Wherever it is linked, it's one of these corners. But I got to do some really cool things and see some things that like I don't feel like a lot of people, you know, get to do. So that was a lot of fun doing a road trip. I highly recommend a road trip. That's like my biggest regret is not filming it just because I have pictures and fond memories, but I don't have videos, and I would have really loved to make kind of a little montage video. Overall, I was just super overwhelmed and stressed, so I didn't want to add that on top of it. I do regret it though, because it could have made a really cool video. I just don't think I even knew how to like tackle something like that, because it would have taken days and been a lot of footage and a lot of editing and whatever, but I'll do it next time if there is a next time. Don't plan on moving across the country anytime soon, but that could be cool. So a whole lot of traveling to get here in Oklahoma, and I have got to go to the lake. I have got to, you know, travel to a couple different cities, but nothing crazy that like, nothing just like crazy. When I talk about vacation, I mean, I would have loved to gone to the beach, laid in the sand, dug my little toesies in the sand, spent more time in a pool. That is like my bucket list as being an adult. Like in the future, I want a pool, and I want to spend a gaggle of time in the pool during the summer, just sipping my little bevy, hanging out. It just sounds so wonderful. And those are some of my favorite days in the summer, like just a full pool day, and then you pass out and sleep so good that night. You probably wake up with a sunburn in the middle of the night hurting you. I did get to have like one pool day this summer. I went to the lake, so that's kind of a rendition of a pool day in a way. It's just one big giant pool if you think about it. That's all lakes are. Not having that this summer is making me look forward to next summer. I don't know where I'm gonna be in a year. I don't know what we're gonna be doing. We don't have any big like plans for, you know, a year ahead. So I'm kind of looking forward to planning maybe summer vacation. I think because I've done so many road trips in the last like 4 years, I'm just super down for a road trip now too. So I've even talked to my mom about doing a road trip this fall, but she's just like, you waste so much time driving. And I'm like, but that's part of it. You get to see things along the way and stop and go off and do things here or there. You get to do things here or there. So I don't know. We'll see what next summer brings, but I'm really excited because it's an endless opportunity. Who even knows where I'll be a year from now? So much can change. That's that on summer. You know, I feel like I did get to indulge in some really cool, fun summer things. I ate so much watermelon this summer. I feel like that's a classic like summer thing. Watermelon, just me. You know, looking back, we also had the Olympics. So in a way, I feel like I got to see a lot of Paris, even though I wasn't there, living vicariously through the media. You know, we just had Labor Day not too long ago, and classic thing to do in my hometown, which is, this is so small town Oklahoma, but we have a big parade, we have a big rodeo, and it's just like a full-on weekend long of fun, just celebrating the end of summer. That's kind of how we wrap things up. But overall, I would say my rose and thorn of this summer is, you know, my rose, a bittersweet end to the time that I had in Maine, moving home and being like just so much closer to all my friends and family. I can feel it inside myself. I'm so much more like fulfilled, honestly, as a person, like being around people that I love all the time. Whereas in Maine, I was just kind of getting that fulfillment from traveling and adventures and the environment around me. I saw a quote the other day that was like, if I'm gonna be sad, I'd rather be sad in Maine. And a lot of the time I had in Maine, I was kind of sad, but like there's no better place to be sad because it's so beautiful and there's so much stuff to do and there's so much cool things around you that it's like you may be sad, but like your environment is so happy, I guess. So I am happy to be home in Oklahoma, but I do miss New England. My rose is being home. Man, what is my thorn? I can't really say my thorn is not going to the beach because it'll be okay. I'll go to the beach eventually. I guess my thorn is that I miss Maine in summer because that's pretty much my favorite time besides like early fall. That's so boring. I've just talked about the same thing for the last 15 minutes. I'm sorry. All right, on to the next thing. We've had some really exciting stuff going on in pop culture and, you know, social media and stuff. We just had the US Open. If you don't know what the US Open is, it is probably the biggest tennis tournament in the United States. It's one of the Grand Slams. It's in Flushing, New York. So like one of the areas around, like one of the boroughs, I guess, would that be? It's just like a really fun, exciting time. Lots going on. There's lots of celebrities there. Lots of celebrities will show up. Taylor Swift was at the men's championship, and that was like insane. There's always like some really big names there because it's just, the place is full of just luxury. Like tennis in itself is a super luxury sport, I feel like. I mean, like Rolex sponsors. I don't know, everything about tennis is just very like, it oozes of luxury. I don't know how to explain it. That's just what it is, okay? I am a big tennis fan. I played tennis. Honestly, this year I've gotten super back into tennis, like following a lot of the players. Honestly, men's tennis is super exciting to me, but I've gotten into the women's more. So it was really fun to watch. Really fun to see all the Americans like do so well also. But at the same time, New York Fashion Week is like starting in New York. So there's even more influencers and celebrities there for that. Got all this just like celebrity, rich people, like culture going on right there. And there's always something new happening. A lot of celebrities probably go on vacation in the summer. They're spending their summers in Italy. They're in Greece. They're out there on their yachts. They're done with the summer. They're back in the States and they're all in New York. It makes you just want to be there just to like sit on the side of the street and do a little people watching. I don't know. One of my biggest dreams is honestly to go to the US Open. I just think it would be super fun. I really want one of those honey deuces. It's like a big drink that they have at the US Open. It looks delicious. They've got these little tennis ball looking things on it. It's just melons. How much is that drink? Probably way too much. What a time it is to be a tennis wag. They're not really wives. I think it's just the girlfriends. But, you know, the Morgan Riddle of it all and the Paige Lorenz, like they're two influencers, but they're both like fashion girlies. And so they're just sitting on the sidelines, just, you know, they're just cheering on their boyfriends, but like looking really chic and just like cool. What a time. I feel like tennis would be a really fun sport to be a wag because you get good seats and you're usually in the box with like your significant others, like coach and like training, like the staff, the team, whatever. The media is always panning. They're always panning to make sure to see like if there's celebrations going on or the reactions to things. And you're just kind of in your box, just like cheering, trying to not overreact to anything, I guess. It's also a giant dream of mine just to attend a fashion show. Like, I just think that'd be really fun. As someone who was a fashion major in college, that's my industry. That's what I'm all into. And honestly, just as like a little girl, I was super into like fashion and supermodels too. So it would be so cool just to like be there. Honestly, it'd be like a fever dream, but I want to go. Someone invite me. But I do want to do a little TV recap because we've had some other things on TV recently that have been a little polarizing. Okay? First things first, we've got The Mormon Wives. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Is that what it's called? Or did I just make that up? It's a really good name. I never really was listening or watching those TikToks. I wasn't really into the mom talk of it all. But this show is crazy. These women, very interesting. That's really all I can say about it, except for we have to save mom talk. They say that over and over again. Like, it's so cringy, and it honestly just gets like, they say it so much that you're like, oh my God, this is too much. But they're just like, what are we going to do for mom talk? How are we going to save mom talk? Are we going to get together for mom talk? We have to save mom talk. Who's going to lead mom talk? Like, they act like mom talk is the biggest issue, that everyone in the world is like concerned about mom talk. I know it's like the center of their lives, but like it's funny to hear them concerned over mom talk. And like, to me, it was never mom talk. It was Mormon talk. Were people calling it mom talk, referring to them? I don't think they were. Also, a new TV show that was on Netflix is called The Perfect Couple. This was kind of like long awaited. It's got a really good cast in it. Nicole Kidman's she's the mother in it. But it was so anticipated because it was an Ellen Hildebrandt. Is that her name? She's a popular author. It's based off one of her books. I never read this book. I do like her books though. And it's just kind of like a whodunit of it all. And it's fun because it's supposed to be based on an island off the Cape, just like very New England rich lifestyle. I thought it was good. I mean, like, I didn't read the book, and some people that read the book, of course, they hate it because you always hate it if you read the book first, I feel like. But overall, it was good. I mean, there's definitely a lot of like, this doesn't make sense. Like, how, you know? How are they making that make sense? But overall, like, it was good. Only 6 episodes. Was it 7, 6? Anyways, also I started Chimp Crazy, which is on Max, HBO Max. It's about this woman that loves chimpanzees. Like, she was working with another woman who like sold them and had a bunch of like TV chimpanzees and like model chimpanzees, but she just loves to take care of them. Obviously PETA doesn't like that, so they came and like took all the chimps except for one because one of the chimps was missing. This lady claims that the chimp is dead. you soon learn that she's just lying. That is a spoiler in a way, but like not really, because you're sitting there being like, this doesn't make sense, and you're just like kind of waiting for her to do it, and then she just like straight up says it. But I'm just thinking, like, behind the scenes, these directors and like the people that are doing the documentary, I think they're also learning this at the same time that like we kind of learned it, you know? So whenever she like admits it and like shows everyone the chimp, it's just like, oh, what the fuck? She's hiding a full ass chimpanzee in her basement. I wouldn't say it's for the best, you know? But she does love this chimpanzee. I do believe that. Also, is it okay to feed chimpanzees Happy Meals, chocolate milk, soda, French fries? I don't think they're meant to be eating that kind of stuff. And why haven't we talked about that? I feel like that was a big point in the documentary that wasn't talked about. Chimpanzees, how are they not having heart attacks? Which she did claim that this one like had a heart attack. The last thing I will say is the presidential debate was last night. No thoughts, just like there's gotta be someone better, right? And how hard is it, you know, both sides, how hard is it for them to just answer the question? I'm thinking back to a time before Trump of like, I don't really remember what debates were like before Trump. Were they civil at all? Like, was it, hey, here's a question and they answered it? Or is it always just like them taking jabs at each other? I don't know. It was kind of crazy. You know, we all know. So new president loading this November. Don't forget to register to vote. Anyways, that's all I have to say. I talked entirely too long. Thanks for watching. Thanks for ignoring my tan line. And I hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, just say hi and I'll say hi back. Love you guys. Bye.